I've been following this trial with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I see this pop up in my feed, like, Amber Heard lawyer quits after heated argument about court performance.
Someone else can be held responsible. That's because words matter. Specifically, the words that she used in an op-ed published in the Washington Post in December 2018. And the op-ed was published, and this is no accident, the evidence will show, no one had ever in 5 decades accused Johnny Depp of being violent with a woman. And no one had even suggested ever that he was capable of something like this.
So who is this guy? Is that her lawyer?
By choosing to lie about her husband for her own personal benefit, Amber Heard forever.
Are lawyers not bound to keep lawyer confidentiality? Is that... See, if he quits, does he get to speak freely?
Ever changed Mr. Depp's life and reputation.
Many have been wondering what all Johnny would say when he was on the stand during his trial against Amber. He's already testified a little via his time on Tuesday, but Wednesday was going to be a very telling time for him as he would open up more about his relationship with Heard and other elements that led to their very difficult marriage that came, and some of what was said and shown was indeed very sad. We'll break it down for you, but before we do that, go ahead and do us a favor by leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get straight to the video. Do you want to win an iPhone 12? Maybe a...
What's he talking? Let's get straight into the video. Do you want to win an iPhone?
Will be announced at the last day of each month. Thanks for watching and good luck. Number 5. Not allowed to be right. So given all that he admitted before between his early life with his mother and what went wrong with Amber Heard in terms of breaking her routine, many wondered what would happen next. Depp talked on Wednesday about the changing nature of his relationship with Heard. He accused Heard of name calling and making demeaning comments about him at times in their relationship that would escalate to arguments. I was not allowed to be right, not allowed to have a voice, Depp said. An argument between the former couple in 2015 ended with Depp seeking medical care for a severed finger after he claims Heard threw a bottle of vodka at him. She threw the large bottle and it made contact with his hand and shattered everywhere. Depp testified, "Then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been..."
I remember seeing that in the actual trial. They've got a picture of his severed finger from the time. He said he took his finger that was bloody and had a slice out of it and he started writing with it. That's how fucking psycho shit made him go.
Severed. I don't know what a nervous breakdown feels like, Depp added, but that's probably the closest I'd ever been. This has been the biggest point of contention between the two, as his doctor stated in a text that was sent to him that Depp cut off his own finger, but according to him, it was indeed the bottle that severed it. Either way though, it was clear that something very bad happened to get this incident to happen. Number 4, trying to make it work. Another thing he talked about was his mental state as things went wrong. You slowly realize you're in a relationship with your mother, in a sense, Depp testified. Depp testified Wednesday about his dynamic with Heard, comparing the AB he says he experienced by his mother to Heard's alleged AB. Depp's attorney asked him why he stayed with Heard as their relationship deteriorated.
Let me put this back, okay? You guys have heard of the crazy hot scale? She's like a 10. And so she can be a 10 on the crazy scale and you might stick around. Don't stick around.
Why he stayed with Heard as their relationship deteriorated. I wanted to try to make it work, he said. Ms. Heard had spoken of suicide on a couple of occasions, so that also became a factor. That's something that lives in the back of your brain.
I've had partners, girlfriends talk about suicide and all that stuff, and it definitely sticks at the back of your brain. You're on eggshells. You can't rock the boat too much just because the whole relationship is predicated on this person might kill themselves if things get bad. That's a horrible thing to have over your head, because then you can't press them on issues for fear of them killing themselves and blaming you. How fucked is that? When all you're trying to do is be normal, have a conversation about what's right and wrong, and as soon as you tell someone that they're wrong about something, they take it to this horribly dark suicidal place, and you've got that on your fucking conscience. I feel for you, Johnny. I feel for people that are in that situation. It's all too fucking common, and it needs to stop.
said. Depp also discussed his tattoos, telling the court Heard would make fun of some of them, which he equated to keeping a journal of his life. He referenced a Winona Forever tattoo, which Depp said he got of his former girlfriend, actress Winona Ryder, but changed it to Wino Forever after they broke up. He said Heard didn't like it. I took off the last 2 letters and had it say Wino Forever, Depp said, adding, I thought through pain comes humor. Humor has to come in there into the pain, and that's how you play it out in the mind. So I changed it to Wino Forever. He said that Heard wanted him to get a tattoo of her own name, which he eventually did. And ironically, it wasn't long after that everything started going sideways, Depp said. I was doing everything I could to bring a smile to her face as opposed to a frown, and then the onslaught of whatever problems she was experiencing. He said, I would try to wake her up with laughter, singing stupid songs in her ear. I generally just tried to keep bringing her mood up. Sometimes it worked, many times it didn't, but I tried. This is another thing that Amber Heard has said wasn't the case, mainly because of how she defined him as thoroughly AB. But according to him, he tried harder than arguably he should have tried to make things work, which could not have been easy to do given all that allegedly happened. Number 3. Rage. As Depp testified further, he talked about how Amber would unleash her frustrations and rage upon Johnny in a variety of painful ways. It could begin with a slap, it could begin with a shove, it could begin with throwing a TV remote at my head, he said, alleging that her behavior became constant.
I had an ex who was violent around the house. She would throw objects around. One time we went to uni to hand in her dissertation. I don't go to university, never did, but I would chum her on these missions to go get her uni stuff put in, because she dramatized the whole situation about handing in a paper. Like the actual act of getting in the car, driving to the uni, and getting it bound for money. It's all easy stuff. That was so epic in proportion in her story. Like, she's already done the fucking work. All we need to do is hand it in. That she would stress out so much that she wasn't going to hand it in at all. It's finished. And I'm the one that has to say to her, no, we're driving down, we're handing in this thing. And what happens is she gets violent, she's road raging, she's not driving safely at all. She's raging at everyone on the road on the way down there, displacing her frustration and anger. And when she gets there, she won't leave the car. And she's got about half an hour to hand in. And I'm like, I'm grabbing your shit out the trunk. I'm going to run up to the IT department. I'm going to ask people. I had to fucking break into her account without the password. I had to break into the uni computers, get myself into their shared space and pull out her document, get it printed off and bound for her. By the time I'd done all that stuff, I had to speak to people in her class. Didn't know who was in her class. Went up to the library, was just asking about. Someone's like, yeah, I'll log in for you, and we'll grab her thing from his side and get it printed off. And I made my way down to the binding place. When I get to the binding place, she walks in the door. She picks up the thing that's just about to be bound, and she fucks it on the floor. She's throwing her body around the place. Her glasses come off. She throws herself onto the ground, hammers the ground, and she screams. Ah! And I'm like, I'm mortified because there's 2 people in this room with me. They're binding her dissertation stuff for her. They've been so kind. Everything's going to be done in time. There's no fucking problem. Yet she is raging. And I'm like, am I staying with this girl? Like, what? I questioned that relationship so much, but I stuck around because she would get better. But she was not getting better. Every bit of help I gave her, she would make it worse to the point where I had to help more. And it was just this horrible rigmarole. That relationship ended with me being unresponsive and sort of like my whole body shut down one day. And she kept pestering me, coming over to me, sitting on me, and I was unable to move. I'm like that defeated because of things that went down. I'll tell this story in another video. And she ended the relationship. She says, I don't want to hurt you anymore. Which is fair enough. I think that was an act of clarity on her part. I should have been able to see that I needed out of there. I shouldn't have had to wait for her to release me from this. You know what I mean? So I ain't put myself back in that position. I skedaddle, it sounds now. Red flags and all that stuff, you got to take very seriously. Okay, I want to hear about the lawyer stuff.
During their arguments, there was no need for it. Too many lines were crossed. You couldn't see the lines anymore, said Depp. When asked by his lawyer why he didn't leave Heard at the time of the alleged AB, Depp, who said he'd learned to pick your battles, said that it was a complicated answer. He recalled thinking, no one can live like this. Why did I stay? I suppose because my father stayed in his AB marriage, and I didn't want to fail. I wanted to try to make it work. I thought maybe I could help her. I thought maybe I could bring her around, because the Amber that I knew for the first year and a half was not this. Suddenly this opponent. It wasn't my girl. She had become my opponent. He said, that should show you just how far things had fallen, as Johnny and Amber refer to each other as opponents versus those who they had been married to. Number 2, recollections. Depp also related his account of particular incidents during which Heard has alleged he AB'd her. He testified about a private plane flight from Boston to Los Angeles.
They use AB in different acronyms in this to describe abuse. Cover my mouth there, hopefully they didn't hear it, because YouTube doesn't like that word. They're already censoring this case. You're not allowed to speak about DB, domestic, and all that stuff. They'll just censor the videos, which is kind of fucked, right?
In May 2014. Heard has accused him of kicking her and slapping her on the flight, but Depp denied that, saying instead that he had retreated to the bathroom and went to sleep after she tried to instigate a fight. He also testified about a trip to his private island in the Bahamas in August 2014, where he went to detox from prescription pain pills. He said that Heard came on the trip despite his misgivings, and that she arranged to be the one to administer his medications to help with the withdrawal symptoms. On one occasion, he testified that he was lying on a couch when the withdrawal symptoms became severe, and he pleaded with her to give him the medicine. She refused, saying it was not time yet, he said. He said he rolled onto the floor and was crying while begging for the medications. That was the lowest I had ever felt as a human being, he said, because I had to say, please, please.
Then he took a shower to deal with it, a scalding shower, boiled his own skin just to get over it for a few hours until it was time. He then kicked her out of the rehab and said he needed to finish it himself.
May I have my meds? And on it went, him telling about what he perceived were the events in question and how Amber's actions led to further and further AB. Believe it or not, he's still not done testifying. He'll be back on the stand later in the trial, and one can only imagine what he'll have to say then. And of course, Amber Heard has her own testimony that she'll be giving in order to give her side of the story. Number 1.
I'm excited to see what her testimony is. I think it starts Monday.
The tape recording. Arguably the most interesting part of the trial concerning Depp, though, was not something he said, but something that he went and heard. You might recall that a key piece of evidence that had been heard on the internet and beyond was a tape recording that was taken between Heard and Depp that showcased an argument that happened after Depp was AB'd by Heard. This audio was played in a court of law for the very first time, and Depp was on the stand as the 90-second clip played. You could see the pain on his face as he relived that moment, as well as how the argument affected him when Heard, in the clip, tried to convince him that she didn't punch him, but that she hit him, as if that's much of a difference. And when Johnny in the clip tried to call her out on that, she accused him of being a baby and told him to grow the F up. This is a key piece of evidence, as again,
people calling you a pussy, man up, all that shit. He was trying to escape from a fight. I had someone on Facebook call me a pussy recently for not joining a band. Like, fuck up, bro. If you're gonna go to that length and call me a pussy for not wanting to do what you want to do, there's something wrong with you, man. You're trying to manipulate me. Yeah. You know who you are, guy.
Amber has denied ever ABing Johnny, and yet here we have her being heard, stating she did AB him. And more than that, she willingly admitted that she started the fight, which drastically changes what she has said was truly in the past. While things aren't over yet, things have been going well for Depp at the very least, by allowing him to showcase his story before Heard could tell hers. And there you have it, everyone, a look at the testimony of Johnny and how his words might influence things going forward. What did you think of what he said and how he handled himself on the stand today? Do you think that there's more to come that could truly sway people to his side? Or do you think that Amber will do all she can to contradict him? Let us know what you think in the comments down below.
So I think the lawyer part was right here at the beginning. If this is her lawyer, this is what they're talking about in the headline.
Accused Johnny Depp of being violent with a woman. And no one had even suggested ever that he was capable of something like this.
So did he actually quit? Amber Heard lawyer quit. Let's Google it. After day 1. These are YouTube videos. Makeup brand, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. June 16. Now Amber Heard's lawyer and team have quit the lawsuit against Snafu, only recently getting the green light to go to trial. Mr. Heard's lawyer, one of whom co-founded the team Time's Up legal defense fund, have now apparently unhitched from Miss Heard's long disproven frauds. We intend to discover why. Also, yeah, she said something about the divorce settlement and paying like money to charity when she only gave one installment and never ever gave the rest. So it was part of fucking publicity for the previous thing. Right, I'm just gonna get off this video now. I'm not sure if the lawyer actually quit or not. It seems like he did, but we're gonna have to see who shows up when in the next trial after next week, if it's a different lawyer or not. Right, like and subscribe to the video if you want to keep up to date with the trial stuff and you don't have enough time to watch the 8-hour long trial videos each day. I can sort of break them down for you. There's plenty of people doing it online, but I have some personal stories and relations to sort of what he's went through, not to his degree, but I can relate to that sort of stuff, and I can maybe give you sort of a point of view on that. Okay, bye.